Yeah, but I think most of us, if we're honest with it, we probably use the driveway a lot more than the backyard when it comes to people visiting and.
That's even.
Yeah, some people,
Green space, too.
Huh?
The green space is what.
yeah, right, and you know, and I'm not, some people don't like, they use their one part of the garage for storage, you know, a lot of stuff. So they do keep a car out at night in the driveway versus having to park it on the street. So, I mean, that's just my opinion, but I hear what you're saying, but that'll all be part of the SIP plan, correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
so that's good feedback.
yeah. And again, that's just me, but go ahead, Doug.
I'll make a motion to approve the GDP of the plat as presented with the requirement of a more specific essay.
Okay, do I have a second?
I will second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Michael?
Well, I mean, he motioned to do the preliminary plat is what you're doing, you said the GDP, but.
Oh, I'm sorry, thank you.
Yeah, I was a little confused too, but I was like, okay, man.
Yeah,
What do you need?
Yeah,
motion for?
so it's a motion for the preliminary plat of lot 56. With,
I'll amend my motion to the right, so it's right.
yeah, thank you.
It's-
Yeah, no, I hear you. I didn't catch it either. All right, we got that correction, right? Good. All right, any other discussion? Let's do a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Roy.
Yes.
Trustee Pankowski.
No,
Trustee Brunner.
Yes.
Trustee Borger. Yes. President Langell.
Yes. All right, very good.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so number 4 is a discussion, was brought up during public comment. Which you were received was from Sonia.
Mhm.
So what we have here is there's 2 ways of dealing with smaller lots. And that's what we're looking to do, long-term is do it. So, and I'll name staff. So Sonia's a supporter of amending the ordinance. And that way it's clean. We don't have to go through all the processes with going through variances. You can see what the pros and cons are on that. Paul, who's the village attorney, likes to go through is it waiver or variance? I thought it was variance.
I think you can call it either.
Oh, okay, I thought he was calling variance, but anyway, the other method is going through this other process where each individual developer would have to come through and go through the process. On it, the kicker, so on the first one, we would just deal with it once and then build it into our ordinances, the language that we'd want in there. The second method is each developer would have to go through the process. Now, the biggest con to this, and I bring this up because probably 2-3 years ago, we changed the conditional use process. Because right now, with the way it's set up, these waivers, it has to pass the plan commission. It must be by a supermajority, which means it needs to have 6 out of 7 votes. So if the plan commission would vote no, then it would never make it to the board. So that was a concern with the conditional use, that does the board want to give that authority to the plan commission? And then when it comes to us, we would need to do the same thing. Now, the third option that's not on there is we change the variance ordinance to say that the plan commission, like we did with conditional use, that the plan commission just is a recommendation. We change it so they don't have the authority to cancel development, that it would always be the board that makes that decision. So we're not gonna make a call here. We want kind of what your feelings are, you know. Either way, so we can bring it back to staff and try to work on which way to go. So I'm just gonna open it up for discussion. Anybody's done?
I mean, based on what I read, I would be in favor of amending.
Cameron,
I would agree.
all right. Michael,
I'm not, I would go with the waiver section, I would want.
and you would keep it as is?
Yeah,
So you're okay with the plan making the final decision, not coming to board?
no, it has to go to the board, it has to have a 3/4 vote of the board.
No, if it does, you need a positive from the plan commission.
But then you need a 3/4 vote of the board to get the waivers, what it says.
Right. But if it doesn't pass plan commission, it never comes to the board.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I
Sarah,
guess I would rather it come to the board. I feel like that seems like a lot of power for. And then I'm like, maybe we should be rethinking then how that group is decided. I mean, that's,
well, that, you're right.
Well, I think
And-
this kind of
see,
falls
and
down,
I'm
yes.
kind of in that ballpark. I make appointments using a lot of factors. I try not to get everybody with the same opinion. I like different opinions in that. And you're looking at basically two people can kill a development.
right,
So yeah, that's a concern. And that, if that's, again, we're talking about one item, but, I know the plan commission, takes their job very seriously, so I don't wanna,
no,
I don't wanna do that, but I'm kind of with you that the board is the people who are voted in.
But
So we should really have the decision in the future of the village.
does the plan commission require a supermajority or just a recommendation by?
No,
majority?
it has to be right here. It
It
has,
says a recommendation, it doesn't say 3/4, only the 3/4 vote is required by the board, that's the supermajority.
well, according to Sonia, it has to pass. I don't, because it says here, must be for approval to advance.
Yeah, plan commission recommendation must be for approval, so that would be 4 out of 3 on planning can advance it, but it needs a
Well-
supermajority at the board. I mean, I don't know if I'm reading that.
She told us,
I don't know, it doesn't say 3/4 on the plan, that's why I didn't go.
We we'll confirm with Sonia on
yeah,
that
I'm
to make sure.
pretty sure that's what she said.
I wasn't sure if the plan requires a supermajority and the board requires a supermajority, I didn't go read the ordinance on that. one.
That was my understanding,
Yeah,
that she said that
sure.
you need 6 out of the 7 in plan to recommend approval. If they recommend non-approval, then it doesn't go to a vote. So it's really not, I guess it is a
Yeah.
recommendation still, because I guess the board could go against the plan once it got here, but it doesn't get, my understanding, it doesn't
Right.
get to the board unless they have a 6.
Yeah, they have to have
vote.
super majority,
Yeah,
Okay, was.
but I'm gonna double check because that's confusing. So we'll figure that
Yeah, it
out.
didn't say on both.
yeah, but you're comfortable, if, doesn't matter how that turns out then.
Yeah.
You still wanna keep it as is,
Yeah,
okay.
I
Yeah,
was just gonna say, so if we amended the ordinance, the plan committee still gets a public hearing,
oh, yeah,
but still take a vote, you know, and,
absolutely,
you know, the board could overrule them, but I mean, like. I know that seems pretty safe, it seems pretty unlikely that we would then, you know, unless there was something really weird going on, like go against their recommendation.
I can tell you that in the 6 years that I've been doing this, it's happened twice. And one was at, just recently at, the apartment building, the latest apartment
Yes.
building we approved.
Mhm.
I can't even think of the street that's on it. Across from the fire station.
Perfect.
What is it?
Or
No, this,
Pine Meadows.
Pine Meadows, thank you. That project was the only one.
Yeah, yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
duplexes there.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna take this back then.
Yep.
And we'll write something up and then we'll
Mhm.
bring it through the process.
I do think. Plan should maybe also. Well, maybe not, never mind, I take that back. Which is, do they wanna say in this as well?
Well, here's the thing with it.
I know, that's.
The thing is, you don't wanna ask someone if you know what the answer is, right? Cause if they come up and say, no, we wanna keep it, and we say no, then why did we ask?
Yeah,
So let's be fair and keep it straight up.
but
But they'll have a process of giving input to that for sure.
there'll still be the public hearing.
Yeah,
Planning commission.
I think it's important that they have input into the process.
Absolutely.
I wanna make sure that is
Mhm.
maintained, I don't want them to be.
Yeah, no,
cut.
this is, just reminds me of the conditional use
Mhm.
process that we went through, what was that, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, where we moved it from plan to the board. All right, that's all I had on that one. I just wanted to see where people are coming from. All right, so now we'll go to 5, which was 4 on the consent agenda, which is the approval of the 2025 fee schedule. Michael, you pulled this off, go ahead.
I don't think I'll be able to get my question answered because, Mike isn't here.
He didn't change any fees.
Yeah,
That's
which
your question.
that's what I had a question about, cause it was basically, and I kind of went to a parks meeting and suggested. I had been approached or asked by somebody to check into the swim team fees that the village charges the Stingrays for usage and. Possible change or raise on that since the swim team uses the pool extensively and our fees are. Pretty low for the pool to be using them. I was just wondering, that's why I was wondering if there had been any. I never emailed him after speaking to him when I wanted to. But
What page is it?
That is
The
page
switching is-
31
page 32.
or
It's
32.
Right at the top of 32.
And what is it?
Well, it says $30 per team member.
Okay, and what would you think is fair?
Well, I don't know, that's what, like, it seems pretty low, is
Yeah.
what it seems like for.
I have had a couple of conversations with Mike about this, and the user fees, and I know that there was some concern about Middleton and the fees that they charge, because they apparently have pretty affordable fees as well. So there's a balance between, we don't want people to go out to Middleton if they live in Cross Plains. We'd want them to stay here.
So the fee is really $35.
I
Right,
also,
I
I
see
will
that.
say, I think, a lot of the swim team families are also members of the pool, so they're also probably.
Paying that as well.
Yeah,
Well, that was also. A thought that had been said is, could we require if a member is on the swim team that their family then belongs to the. Because that's a way of not raising the specific fee, but then you require pool membership. Before you can become a member of the swim team.
I think.
I mean, you've already said many of them already are, so it's
Well, I
gonna be
agree,
like
but I
no big
also
deal.
think we wanna make this. Accessible to families, and I think there are.
First, go ahead, Cameron, and then myself.
I was just gonna say, could we recommend the Parks Committee take this as a topic and
Yeah,
discuss it, and then, you know. They could come back and say, we don't think a change because of X, Y, Z, or we do think there should be a change because of A, B, C, and we can make a decision.
Right, I agree. I don't think this group should be doing anything on this because we have absolutely zero data. And you're not coming with a proposal, you're just saying this seems low. Well, I don't know if it's low, you know, I don't know what Mazo charges, I don't know what Middleton charges, I don't know what Wanakee charges.
Mhm.
I mean, I think if we do this, then I think what we should do is refer it back to Parks and Rec
Mhm.
and ask them to do somewhat of analysis of pool membership for their swim teams, because all those places have swim teams. So let's just take a look what other people are doing, and then we can make a evaluation of that.
no, I agree with that. I just saw this in here and I had brought it up and I
Well,
was.
the thing is, we have to move, you know, we're getting a week away or a couple weeks away from the new fees that should kick in 2025, right? I mean,
Right, I just brought this up as a discussion, things we can do this and start moving this along, but I noticed it was part of the fee schedule.
all right, go ahead.
I just think with the pool plans and what we're thinking, that should be a part of that strategy. I don't think there's not a big change in the pool right now. There's a change that the pool's kind of old and needs to be replaced. For the fee to be a little low this year, I'm not all concerned about it, but I think it should be a part of the bigger picture.
For sure. I think what we need to do tonight is approve this, and we can always amend it. If Parks and Rec come up with it, can you let Mike know
Yes,
that
absolutely.
the Parks and Rec should take a look at that?
Mhm.
That question came up, but I think we need to move this forward and approve the fee schedule, then we can make amendments, which is totally acceptable throughout the
Mhm.
year on fees. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby?
I will say the only thing that has changed from 2025 from last year is the dog fee. Dane County raised the dog license considerably. And then the one, sewer connection fee changes every year. So those are the only two changes.
That's the treatment for the liquid, the sewer utility connection fee, when it says adjusted annually or annually adjusted. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, yeah. So last year, I think it was like $100 less.
How does that adjust? Curiosity, like,
Town
So
and
for
Country did a. Thing for us, I think actually 2025 is the last year to increases,
oh,
so I think going forward, then that'll be the amount that it is, unless they redo the proposal.
That was part of the new treatment plant, yeah,
right, or
so it was. Membership or usage. All right, do I have a motion to approve the 2025 fee schedule?
I make a motion to approve the 2025 fee schedule.
I'll second.
I have a motion and second, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. All opposed, same, so moved. All right, any future agenda items? All right, do I have a motion for adjournment?
I'll motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same, so moved, very good, thank you.